Ando, new year. Some things will be in this year, some things will be out. But one thing that definitely must stay in, you would think,
I don't think so,
would be this thing.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy. Call now, 13 10 60. Or in a format that upsets Andy, 131 06 naught.
Ando.
You know what annoys me most about the thing is the naught.
You would hate naught.
I definitely have a fair bit of discomfort with the way it's being read out.
Yes.
But that naught really sucker punches you.
You hate, one of your big hates, the reason I do that to annoy you there is mobile numbers too. If they're not in the 433 format, it absolutely destroys you.
Yep. Ryan, our mate Ryan, tries to read his out.
But he's got a triple in there. He's got a triple.
Bad luck, pal.
And the rule is if you've got a triple, you can use the triple.
You can't use the triple.
Had a photo sent in actually yesterday of a house number. House number was 28.
Yep.
So on the garage, not uncommon. On garage, just 2 and 8.
Is the 8 upside down?
Well, no.
I hate that because the thing is,
you don't have to scratch far, do you, Trav?
An 8
it's like trying to find gold in Bendigo in 1890, just tripping over nuggets everywhere.
Well, an 8 has
a top and a tail.
Has a top and a bottle, and sometimes people neglect that.
Yeah, I don't really care though, because I still know what they're trying to say. It was actually, so they had 2 and an 8.
Yeah.
From what I can remember, the 8's the right way up. But then above it, because it's sort of like iron numbers and iron lettering, a 20 written in cursive, and then another number 8.
No, I hate that. I hate that more than the upside down.
Yeah, if that house is in your street, I just know we just turn around and have you there in a bulldozer charging at the garage. I mean, people are already calling in 13 10 60. Something.
Thank you.
As you can see, I mean, the 8 being upside down is just the perfect example.
Yes.
Things being a little out of weight, little annoying.
Even though we've been away, thank you to everybody on social media for relentlessly hashtagging Upset Andy.
Bombarding.
With photos over the last
and look,
3 months.
If you've got Christmas ones, uneven wrapping paper, odd stuff.
13, 10, 60.
Christmas, the cracker, you'd hate the Christmas crackers that there's no real discernible, uneven pop, or are you happy with the game?
I mean, you have to live with that because they're pretty bad Christmas crackers across the board.
I mean, I saw you do an Upset Andy yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw you do one yesterday.
What was it?
Where your computer charger had like a electrical safety or fire safety tag on it, like it'd been tested and tagged, and a sticker around the cord on your charger. You took the sticker off, and it left a tiny bit of adhesive, and you went and got a wet one. And you wiped the cotton because you couldn't handle the sticky.
Go to the song track.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Unfortunately, in the middle of this.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy.
And people calling in with examples from everyday life, things that might irk you, get under your skin. We've just touched on a brand new area, 8s being upside down. You do not like an 8 doing a handstand.
It's a shame that I gave that one away.
It was wonderful for us.
Yeah.
Would you accept a W being used as an M when you clearly not?
So silly.
I mean, I would.
Mark with an M. Mark with an M. Ahoy.
Oh, hi, boys.
Ahoy, Mark. Have you got something you think might upset Andy?
Yeah, absolutely. So, when you're writing an email or anything word-related as such, I guess you might say, like, I have, I will, with the I's. Just leave them lowercase, much quicker.
No, Mike. I should have called you Mike.
Andy's added an I to your name, Mark, to punish you for what you're doing to I's.
Mark, no.
I understand that, Mark.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a speedy situation. It's more like almost like a battlefield telegram.
Strike me as the kind of guy, Mark, that if you've been typing along and you look up and you realise your caps lock was on, and it shouldn't have been.
You'll roll with that?
That you just keep going.
Yeah, I'll just leave it. The same with if a word's spelt slightly incorrect, just leave it.
Letters are letters. We're not all trying to be Shakespeare.
The person can still get the message.
Yeah.
That's the thing, Mark. I always look at it as a battlefield telegram communication situation from, say, World War II.
Yeah.
If the message gets across, happy days. We've got other things going on. We're pressed for time, fast and loose.
Corey on 13 10 60.
Really good, Mark. Corey, how are you, mate?
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy.
Every time I go over to my cousin's house, He, you know how you have a cup for your toothbrushes sometimes to put in?
Yep, I've got
He
one.
puts his toothbrushes in head first.
What a legend.
That's gross.
Well, you're rinsing it off anyway before you brush your teeth.
Well, that's the problem, though, Ham. The rinse off is when you pop it back in after you brush your teeth.
Yep.
All that water sits in the bottom of the cup.
Yeah, but it's clean water.
That's exactly right.
Well, no, it's not, Corey. It's not clean
It
because
is, Corey.
becomes...
How?
Well, it becomes stagnant water.
No, it's clean water.
No, it becomes...
No, it's not. It's not.
Corey, it is. It becomes stagnant
Well, you just
water.
said Corey. He just told you to your face. It wasn't. So, calling Corey a liar.
I am. All right.
Corey, fast and loose, mate. Who's got... Yeah, great stuff. Holster it. Just holster it. Get to bed. Get a few extra minutes sleep rather than worrying about the delicate. Well, it takes you a few minutes because you break down your electric toothbrush. I've seen it in your bathroom. You don't even have a stand. You unscrew it, make sure it's all clean, make sure there's no toothpaste on the handle, break it down.
It's Louise.
It's like you're packing away the Christmas tree every time you finish brushing your teeth.
Louise, ahoy.
Ahoy.
Yeah, hi.
Ahoy, Louise.
So my friend will cross off the date on the calendar while it's still that day.
I love doing that.
So she's already crossed off today's date.
If you feel like you've done most of today, it's nice to get. If you're
No,
ticking
she'll
off,
do it in the morning.
Well, here's my thing on that.
You do chase your tail there because then
Here's
it's a
my
slippery
thing on
slope
that.
because then the night before you go, well, I'm almost at the 29th.
I think it's fine, this one,
Yep.
if she has a set time. Like, if she's doing it every morning, that's fine. She's on operation. But if she's doing it sometimes morning, sometimes night, and other people that might want to use the calendar don't know what day she does it.
No, but if you look at it and the days are all crossed off and you want to know what day it is,
Yeah, right.
you go to the next one.
Yeah, I'm probably with you, Louise. I'd prefer it to be
Thank
crossed
you.
off. Yeah. No,
Louise, I'd cross off all of March now.
No.
I would, because we're mostly done. And I'd sort of go, as a little morale boost, anything from here is icing. If we can squeeze anything more into March, I'll take it as icing. Fast and loose, Louise.
Stick
Your
around.
friend's a genius.
Stick around, everybody.
We're doing this.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy. Call now 13 10 60, or in a format that upsets Andy, 131 06 naught.
131060 to nominate things that might upset my little buddy here. A tile slightly out of whack. A PowerPoint a bit too low to the ground, so bulky chargers can't be plugged in.
Yep.
A toothbrush, electric toothbrush not properly disassembled after every use and cleaned down as he likes it.
I'll tell you one that this is to my girlfriend.
Yep.
But she has to deal with a lot of these. But I don't love it. I know we've got to be short here, Jack, but I don't love it when people have, say, a 2-litre empty bottle of Coke.
Yeah.
And they put the lid back on and then put it in the recycling bin without pushing the air out of it.
I do that all the time.
I know. You're wasting space in the bin.
That's all right.
No.
Well, I don't need any more space.
We've got to
I've got one of the big recycling bins.
We've got to go.
Ando, tell you what,
Yeah.
I've got one quick one for you.
Yeah.
I had to clean out my car mat
Yeah.
in my car the other day. I was in a hurry, had Sonny with me. There was mud. Brushed the car mat off. Realised I put it in backwards, so the custom built bit that like hugs the footwell. I don't care. The mat's a mat.
That's all.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
131060 is the number.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy.
And you do like things to sometimes be a certain way, usually for efficiency. It always has a reason. Efficiency, practicality. No, it doesn't always have a reason. Like someone's just like, well, that irks me just a little bit.
Yes, I agree with you. On the most part, though, the ones that really get me is efficiency.
Yeah. Usually you just look at something and go, well, that's just a silly way to do it.
Yep.
Like, why turn off your car with the windscreen wipers all the way up?
Yep.
Isn't your reason for that like it puts pressure on the bottom of the stalk of the spring of the windscreen wiper or something?
Well, no, dust, like gathers.
Dust marks.
Dust marks.
Dust marks bother you.
Yeah.
Now, that's not efficiency. That's just marks bothering you. Like, you don't like a spot on the floor.
That might...
If I just swept pastry crumbs now onto the floor, you'd look at that and go, Okay,
Yeah.
I'm still alive,
But I'm
angry.
I better clean that up. Yeah.
and that's what we're after. 131060 upset Andy. I mean, the segment needs no explanation. As soon as we utter upset Andy, the whole
People
phones
just-
melt down in here.
Yeah.
Mark, ahoy! Welcome to the show,
We've got to run out of them at some point.
Mark.
Ahoy.
Oh, boys, and happy birthday, Andy.
Very good,
Good
Mark. You're already started. What have you got for upset Andy?
Yeah, so you know when you're filling up your car, once the flow has stopped with the petrol, just pull the nozzle straight out. Who cares if a couple of drips get on the car?
Good on you, Mark. Fast and loose. That's it. Drips are drips. Drips are going to happen. Should see what happens when they're bloody pulling it out of the ground. Drips are going everywhere at the oil refinery. How do you feel about that, Andy?
I hate that, Mark. I'm actually
You have just smashed it out of the park there, Mark. Andy's got two things he likes to do. Yep, he likes to lift the
I like to lift the hose
up
to get it
because
last
you've
drop.
already paid for it. It's already come out of the counter, so you might as well get the last drips. He jiggles. He will also use the washer, the can, to wash the side of the car to get the petrol bits off.
But very rarely would I ever get a drip.
Okay. Jared, great one, Mark. Jared, ahoy.
Ahoy.
Jared, what do you got for upset Andy?
My old roommate used to have a thing where he had weird food that he liked to eat. So he'd pull out like tomato chutney and pickled onions and then like caramel sauce and then mix up all the lids. And he always used to shake it when he put it back in. So whatever was in the top of the lid would then go into the other food. And over time, that would make it just taste disgusting. So like tomato chutney.
Jared, even if it wasn't going to, it's disgusting that it mixes the food.
Shaking seems unnecessary. It seems like he's doing it to annoy people, but just changing lids is fine.
No,
because all you're going to get is trace elements.
Also annoying because you might have them in the fridge in the door and you look down and you go, oh, there's the jalapenos. It's not the jalapeno.
Nah, you know it's also fun, Jared. If you're in a situation where you're just running fast and loose, like say you go to Nando's or something, you got a few bottles of Coke. I might have a vanilla Coke, and Anna, you got a regular Coke. If we're like, oh, quick, we got to go and do something. It's okay for me to put my lid on the vanilla and the vanilla on yours, Ando.
Yeah.
They're made at the same factory. They're friends. They're family. They're family.
Let's move on.
Fast and loose.
Adrian on 131060. Give it your best.
Yeah, guys.
How are you, mate?
Oh, I'm great.
Thanks for calling. See you later. What do you got for upset Andy, Adrian?
All right, so I'm a carpenter, so when it comes to smoker, I heat my frankfurts up in my kettle.
Okay.
And after that, the water's still hot, so I use the same water for my coffee.
I don't really have a problem with that, Adrian, because, what are you worried about? Frankfurt, Trace? Come on, it's all getting mixed up in your tummy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, strangely enough, the coffee at home tastes strange to me now.
Yeah.
You're used to sausage coffee.
Adrian, I love this one.
Yeah, Adrian, I was going to say this could be on the fence here because it's got elements of camping to it, and that's Andy was a child scout, and so if something ever has an element of camping efficiency.
I just love the idea of using a kettle to boil food. It's only ever for water. Silly. Yep. Yeah, I can.
It's an effective double. It's delighted, Andy. Well, Ando, It's a Tuesday, so I thought we'd better. You seem a bit too chirpy today. So what say we upset you?
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy. Call now 131060, or in a format that upsets Andy, 131 060.
Ando, this segment needs no introduction. Already people calling in, but if people have got something that may just deviate outside the bounds of regular order, regular practicality, those are the things that they upset you a little bit.
Yeah, well, one came in today on Twitter from Ben, directed at me, #UpsetAndy. It was just a picture of his PowerPoint at home, and one of them was
there you go.
Switched on, and one was switched off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would not like that.
Does that bother you?
Yeah, I'd prefer to have both the PowerPoints switched off in an off position if they're not being used.
Well, it doesn't matter. The electricity's not just leaking out into the air.
It feels like it is.
No, fast and loose, all on, all the time. No, that's not what you meant. It was just for safety reasons. And here's one's come in via email. Emma. So think this might upset Andy. My roommate doesn't have any preset radio channels.
That is so annoying.
As soon as I read that it was about the radio in the car,
Yep.
I knew we were in a good spot.
Yes.
Because there's just quite more than you would think. There are certain ways you like the car to be.
Yeah.
And the roommate here just will surf.
That's
Will
no
just
good.
surf, trying to land it on the right frequency. And I dare say, it doesn't say this,
Preset
but
them.
I reckon even if they're 0.05 out on the FM dial, they'll probably leave it. Because you start to get the signal fast and loose.
I'll tell you what, though. Not only should there be presets, but they have to be in order heading up.
Yes, very good.
Along the frequencies.
Yeah. So you're like,
Don't
hang on a
just
sec,
be
why's Triple
bouncing-
J in the middle?
Yeah, don't just be bouncing around.
Yep. It has to be chronologically.
Yep.
But some radio stations are within 0.8 of each other.
Exactly. So that will obviously put them in.
I mean, but near enough. I mean,
you know where to travel to on your.
If you're one of those cars that you can see the names of the radio station on your presets, surely that you don't need that system then.
No, which my car has now, and it annoys me a little bit because
You don't like seeing the name.
No, well, it's just harder to bounce around between them.
Here's a good one. This comes in from Canada, all the way. This is a northern hemispherical upset, Andy, all the way from the other world. A guy called Mike said, "Listen, I've got my computer desk right next to my bed, and I jump on the computer as soon as I get home. If I've done laundry, I don't obviously fold my laundry, but I keep it in a clean pile, which I throw on my bed. Then when I need to use my bed, I take the pile and I put it on my computer chair. Then when I go to use my computer, I throw the pile back on my bed. I'm able to rotate the pile around until I've used all the clothes up, and then I need to do laundry again, thus eliminating the need for drawers."
Yeah, well, it's not.
Well, if it's fast and loose, then it's quite clever.
Well, it's very untidy, and you're not going to be wearing nice, clean clothes, and you can't have an opportunity to pick out what you might like.
Here's an upset, Andy, that we've been seeing a few times, and then we'll go to a song. We'll take some calls after this, but it's got so many coming in at the moment.
I saw this one.
Did you see this one?
Yeah.
This is one I've wondered about for a while. I'll explain it to people. It's the logo, the title screen of Friends.
Yes,
that we all
the
know and love
sitcom.
from TV.
Yes, Jennifer Aniston.
It's the couch in front of that fountain. They're not pushing each other in the fountain yet.
Yep.
Astute people have noticed. You might remember Friends is just written in white writing. Then there's coloured dots between
Each
the
letter.
letters. There's a blue dot, then a red dot, then a yellow dot, then a red dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. It doesn't go in the right order.
No, well, it doesn't go in any order.
Yeah, it goes red, blue, red, yellow, blue.
Yeah,
I mean, it might repeat if it was Friends. If we had more letters to get the, if it was Friends, the television show. We hope you enjoy this. We
Yeah.
might see the pattern start to repeat itself. But does that irk you?
not so much.
Okay, okay.
I don't know why. Yeah,
Seen that meme going around with the toothpaste lid though, and all the toothpaste is in the lid.
that's annoying.
Yeah. Okay, 13, 10, 60. We will take some upset Andys after this.
The Hamish and Andy Show.
13 10 60 is the number because we're doing this.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy.
And people calling in. Australia's favourite game, Upset Andy. Can people call in and nominate things from their life that are just a little unkempt, a slight bit inefficient, and that just gets on your last nerve sometimes? I had a live one in the studio. You got a new water bottle. You really enjoy it. It's an aluminium water bottle. So we're saving plastic here in the studio, but it's undented.
Yeah.
Is it undented, or do I see a dent?
I know, it's just a water droplet.
You don't like a dented bottle, do you?
No.
Even though there's no need for it to have, because these water bottles that we use are like hot and cold ones, and a dent will make a thermos colder, like less efficient. But we only ever put cold water in ours, so there's no need. You could have that dented to pieces.
Not purely on a look base. Not about efficiency. This one's...
You could just have. I could just walk over there and just kick that to bits, and it would still hold your water.
Yes, but I'd prefer you not to. That would be an odd.
But
it'd be odd behaved.
well,
it would be. It'd be odd if you walked across and instead of kicking my brand new water bottle. That'd be odd behaved.
well, not if I turned in and said, "Stay out of this. It's none of your business."
Daniel, 13 10 60. Wanted to move on before Hamish comes and kicks my new water bottle. Daniel,
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy,
Ahoy,
Dan. You got something that might upset Andy?
Happy birthday, Andy.
Yeah,
Yeah, straight away. Got
Don't
him.
actually celebrate birthdays.
He does.
Daniel.
He forces us to celebrate it all the time,
Yes.
Dan. Thank you. What have you got? What else have you got that'll upset Andy?
So when you're cooking sausages on the barbecue, so when they bend under heat, they don't cook perfectly all the way around.
Keep them straight, mate.
Just rip them off
What do you mean?
halfway through being cooked.
What do you mean rip them
Well,
off?
just pull them off raw.
Yeah, that's it.
Daniel, no, that upsets all your guests.
Salmonella's
mate.
going to upset Andy. What do you mean, Dan? So they've got like a raw centre.
Yeah, that's right. So you can't rotate them perfectly because they bend as they get hotter. So
But you can avoid the bend.
How?
You line them up early.
What, like a splint?
Well,
Use the neck-
I use every sausage as a splint for the next one.
Yep.
And then they can roll all together.
Roll better. But
Yeah,
surely
and-
they can bend in even if they're in formation.
No. Well, because what happens is if you say you realise you've got a bendy one, upon putting it on the barbecue, you put it and flatten out the bend immediately. Get your bend sorted, and then have splinting straighties alongside that.
I'm surprised you don't tie every sausage to a chopstick and actually have a splint. Luke, I mean, I would just say the answer there is just cook the hell out of them. But I mean, Daniels would upset you. Would upset me.
It would upset anyone. Yeah, to serve raw sausages was what. I mean, that doesn't really pass the test of this segment you have.
I think you'll appreciate how straight these sausages are, guys.
Luke,
ahoy.
Ahoy, lads.
Got something to upset Andy?
I think you'll appreciate this, Hamish. It's a bit of a fast and loose approach.
That's
You
my boy.
buy a new pair of shoes,
Yep.
tie those shoelaces up, never do them again. Just take them straight off, slip them back on.
I don't do laces.
yeah, I'm an undo my laces to take off the shoes guy.
Do you?
But I
Waste
don't.
of time.
But I don't.
You've wasted years of your life.
But yeah, I also don't never do the shoes up.
Watch this. Straight off.
Yeah, what a legend.
Hey, Luke, I did a live demonstration from him in the studio and he absolutely loved it.
But I never do my shoelaces up to begin with.
Sometimes you don't. Yeah, you tuck them back in reverses.
Yeah.
But you would do shoes up, wouldn't you?
Pardon?
Oh, I knew it. You do some shoes up sometime. What
Shoes
about
up.
what about sneakers? What about runners?
Yeah, I'll definitely do them up. And I'll undo them to take them off.
Fast and loose, man.
Okay. Clayton.
Clay.
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Clayton. Got something to upset Andy?
Yeah, g'day. Just when I'm at work, a bit of a rush, and I've got my plastic water bottle here. When I'm finished drinking it, like squeezing the water out, I don't bother letting the air back in. Just put the lid back on.
Yep, crinkled bottle. That'll get him.
Yeah,
Look at Clay,
yeah,
I'm watching. You've absolutely poked the bear.
Yeah, let the air back out, mate. Let the bottle be under no
He's too
strain.
busy. He's too busy. We've got stuff to do.
No one's too busy.
We
No.
are.
All right,
Guys
we're
like me and Clay are too busy.
We're too
because-
busy now because we have to keep going because we've been working on something, a surprise to help a young man out who's recently got married, who's let his wife down.
Should we do it after this?
Well, yeah, we're ready to go. So
Okay.
everyone stick around. Same as now.
Let us go out swinging and having a good time as we play Upset Andy.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy. Call now 13 10 60, or in a format that upsets Andy, 131 06 naught.
It is the time of the week where we like to mine the people's examples of little glitches in the matrix that frustrate thee, Ando. Here's an obvious one that we get sent in a lot, but I don't think we've ever mentioned it on air. When people are playing or Uno, they don't colour code their cards. They have their whole hand, and it's all scattered around in there. A couple of wild skip over here, red 2, red 5 down the other end.
Similarly, if any of your Scrabble letters are not the correct way up.
But you can still tell what it is.
Yeah, well, that's...
I have some on their side. What do you think about that?
What a crazy man.
You can't handle it.
I don't like it. No.
I have an E lying on its spine with all its legs and arms up in the air, helpless.
Yeah.
And I know what letter that is. It couldn't be any other letter.
W, could they?
No, they would never allow such a square W. The Milton brothers
At a
would
quick
weed it
glance,
out.
though, if you're playing speed Scrabble.
I'm too quick. My brain does process very quickly. I can handle it. But you do raise a good point.
Hey, we've got to go to
Sometimes
a
if
song.
you lay the I down, it's a hyphen. That can be fun to use.
We've got to go to a song.
I've got a few, though, for you.
Okay.
I mean, can I give you one?
Can I jump in quickly with
Jack
another
Post.
game one? With
Here
another
we go.
game one.
Yep.
A group that is playing a game like, say, Trivial Pursuit, where you're meant to take one card from one end and put it back in the other end.
that's
A group
always
that takes it and just puts it back wherever they like it.
Classic. If you put it back far enough, that'll do.
No, just remain orderly. Particularly don't put it at the front because you're going to hear the question again.
If you check it back in the back bit, you're not going to get through 100 questions in one night.
I'm fine-ish with the back bit, but again, it could be a long game.
What about you just chuck it down on a pile and then... Or you're taking some cards from piles. What about a big pile?
Okay.
What about a big pile and there's tomato sauce everywhere? We've got him, Jack. People are already calling in. Phone lines are completely jammed. Do give it your best, though. 13 10 60.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Hey, we're doing this.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy.
And I got a couple of quick car ones for you, both related to me. I have bike racks on the top of my car.
Yep.
Now, you worked in a roof rack store. In fact, I was very happy with the service I received from your old roof rack store.
Yes.
Now managed by your brother-in-law, Paul. Did a great job. As you would know, on a bike carrier, there's straps that go over the wheels.
Yes.
People might have seen them. This is where you put like a full bike on the roof of your car. Now, you clip the strap in when the bike's there. That keeps the wheel locked in.
Yeah.
Obviously, to undo it, you open it up. A neat person would clip it back in for tidiness.
Yes.
I just leave it flapping around because, hey, you're going to put the wheel back in there anyway.
Yeah. Well, that just flaps around. Could scratch your Duke if it flapped down.
Can't reach.
Can't reach. Mm.
It's just flapping. I don't mind. I can hear it sometimes in the car.
The sound would annoy me.
It soothes me. Fast and loose.
Sam, on 13 10 60. Sam.
Ahoy, yeah, he's going.
Ahoy, Sam. What do you do that might upset Andy?
Well, this upsets me quite a bit.
Good, Sam.
As well. When someone pulls a tissue out of the box and the tissue falls in,
yeah,
and they don't recover the fallen tissue.
Yeah. You got him, Sam. You got him.
That's so annoying.
Don't
Sam.
worry, you'll get it next time. You know where the tissue is. Just pop your hands in and get it.
Leave it for them. But you're leaving it, making it annoying for the next person.
Next person will probably be me anyway, and I'm happy to defer the work to a later date and enjoy my time now.
Sam, I'm on board. Mark, on 13 10 60.
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Mark. How are you, mate? What have you
not bad.
What might upset Andy today?
Yeah, you know, with your rubbish bins out the front of your house, you might have your recycling or green waste on a fortnightly cycle or so.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Every week, just take every one of them out. Safe checking.
It's not safe checking, and you're not going to miss. You're not going to miss a pickup. Fast and loose. The motto of the Fast and Loose Brigade, Ando, is it doesn't matter if it's a bit more effort.
That's not going to bother me if I see it.
Yep.
I'm not going to do it because I can't be bothered taking another.
Do you
bin
know
out.
your schedule?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So what? Let me just rephrase and let me tell you if this bothers you. Not really sure when bin night is. Sometimes I just take them out. Sometimes I don't.
That's ridiculous.
That's what Mark's saying. Laura, 13 10 60. Have you got something that could upset Andy?
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy.
So I was walking in the neighbourhood the other day, and you know how like you walk past a fences and it has like what number the house is and everything like that.
Yep.
This house said 20 spelt out, and then 4, the number 4.
Yeah,
we've had something all of this, and this is this insight.
It frustrated me as well.
That and an upside down 8 are the two worst crimes you can do.
Yep.
Keep your theme. You're either going with words,
6 or
or
9.
numbers.
Would you have 6 as a 9?
6 and 9.
Can you tell?
You can get away with that.
What about instead of a 7, a 1 and another 1 on top of it?
Okay, well, obviously
flat
not.
as a hat.
Paul.
Ahoy, gentlemen.
Ahoy, Paul.
What I've got is when you open up a brand new box of cotton buds, and they're all nice and neat, and as soon as you take 1 or 2 out, they're all just scattered and out of order, and they look horrible.
You mean the round cotton buds?
No, yeah, the ones on the sticks. With little cotton
the
buds
like
on
a
the
Q-tip.
Yeah, Q-tip, but like, as soon as you open up the box, they're not take 1 or 2 out.
The hard thing for me, Paul, is I've never ever bought one and never ever had a box. I'm sure what you're
beauty
saying.
related.
I'm sure.
So how do you clean your ears then?
You shouldn't with those things.
Oh, Paul.
Oh.
You have accidentally strayed into another area that doesn't just upset Andy, but he is an associate professor in. Tell him, Andy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Andy.
Get him, Paul.
Paul.
Get him, Andy.
Look, as they say, as the ear doctor says, don't put anything smaller than your elbow in your ear.
Oh, what do you say to that, Paul?
So have you tried putting your elbow in? I'd like to see that.
Get him, Paul.
Okay.
Get him, Andy.
By the way, happy birthday,
Get
Andy.
him, Paul.
Okay, hang up on Paul.
Get
but
him,
give me the
Ando.
last call. give me the last word. So you've definitely hung up on him. Great. Hey, Paul, but would you agree that sometimes you can push the wax all the way back into you, and that's even more dangerous? Say nothing if you agree.
Happy birthday, Andy.
That's Hamish.
And been a couple of weeks. The pressure is building. The people need an outlet, and they need to know. So I thought we'd maybe do this.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy. Call now 13 10 60, or in a format that upsets Andy, 131 060.
Already people calling in Ando, 13 10 60. Inconsistencies and irregularities in
Inefficiencies.
life. Inefficiencies. Things that could be a little more neater, a little more practical.
Ordered.
A little more ordered. Just a little bit more. Or just done with a bit more common sense.
Yes.
That is the way Ando prefers things. I, on the other side of the fence, a little more fast and loose. Here's one that will highlight it well. I'm not sure we've had this one. The knife, the butter knife used for butter or peanut butter, resting on the sink. So
hate that.
I would have thought, see, this is interesting to me, because wouldn't you like that? Because it's the dirty bits levitating, so you're not making the bench dirty.
It just looks... It's dangerous because it can fall over. Not as in cutting yourself, but it could obviously topple. And it should never have been there in the first place. Just wash it and put it in the dishwasher.
I actually think, and I'm not just saying this to upset you, if you think you might have peanut butter again in the next 24 hours, let it ride.
24
Let
hours.
it ride. You might have another sandwich right now, but you might also want peanut butter in the morning on a crumpet. Because peanut butter is very, very difficult to get off. We all know that, off a knife.
Yep.
Why go through the pain and the heartache of 2 washes of peanut butter? If just 16 hours ago, you had the knife that was being used for the peanut butter.
A girl came up to me at the airport, Ham, and said to me, "Oh, hey, we love the show." She was there with her kids. She said, "I love the show, and I can so relate to Upset Andy." Right. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I know, carries on, I know, but there's a lot of us like out there that, she's not me. No, my dad, who's like 70. Damn it.
You ran into one of our fast and loosies.
Yes. 13 10 60.
Can I throw one more at you?
Yep.
Have we had this one before? On the back of a truck, not uncommon to see advertising, where the phone number for the company splits across the doors that split open a big truck.
Fine with that, but if the phone number has a slightly different sized number.
No, you won't like this.
Okay.
I won't give you this is a mobile number.
Yep.
So you've got let's say 0411, right? Then you've got 1 digit, then a split, then 2 digits, then 3 digits.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
So they
liked that.
split up the 433.
I would have just gone 4 on one side and
3
gone
on the other.
6 on the other.
Sorry, 4 and 6.
Yeah.
Or put them all on one side.
Yep, that's fair. Yeah, that would annoy me.
I thought that would annoy you.
13 10 60's number.
Sean, ahoy. You got
Ahoy,
something
guys.
that might upset Andy?
Yeah, we've got a thing at our house called the pop and drop. So basically, when you get your beer out of the fridge, you get the bottle opener out of the top drawer, pop it off, drop both of them straight back in the drawer, top and bottle opener, straight to the lips.
Yep.
Yeah, but so you just
that
dropping
is a good time saver.
The bottle top in the drawer.
Oh, yeah.
Pop and drop.
Yeah, we clean it out on Fridays.
Oh, that's very smart.
Don't mind it.
Yeah, don't mind it.
Well, the thing is, there's no extra. It's not like a sauce container or something that's going to cause grime.
If I did this at your house, if I put a lid in a drawer,
Yeah, but he's got a system.
it'd be all hell to pay.
If there was
But what if I said to you, at the end of the year, mate, I'll come round and
you won't. I know you are. If we all if we said as a house, yeah, let's just do this. Perfect. I love it. It's systematic. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to get big.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but the loose bottle lid I've seen that get.
Well, we
you.
toss them. I like throwing them back in the esky when I open.
Yeah.
And then I clean them.
You like
up at
them
the end of the
contained,
esky.
don't you? You don't like a free range bottle lid.
Exactly.
If the system was, how some bars have peanuts, you can just shell them and leave it on the floor.
Yeah.
The system was just at the end of the week, we just put bottle lids everywhere.
Yeah. No, I don't like that system. But that's the Sean.
Good to know the parameters. Sasha,
not upset at all. Sean.
ahoy, Sasha. Andy remains happy. What do you got?
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Sash.
Happy birthday, Andy.
I need
brewing, upsetness brewing.
So I take all my clothes off all at once, T-shirts, working jumpers, socks all rolled in a knot, pants just pulled out everywhere, all bundled up and chucked into the washing machine for my mother to deal with.
T-shirt and jumper off at the same time. has been known to upset Ando.
Yeah. I'm look. I mean, when I like putting things in the washing machine, not even inside out, unless instructed otherwise.
I don't understand this.
Well, because when you take it out, you can just hang it up straight away and you can fold it straight away. It's saving the efficiency later on. Turning it inside out when it's wet is harder. Then you hang it upside. If you hang it inside out, then you've got to turn it inside out at some point. You may as well
do it when it's dry.
You could do it when it's dry. I just like doing it at the start.
Do what you want when you want.
Because I always find like I've got more time to go and do the washing than I do to fold it. Does that make sense?
Not to a guy like me, but I appreciate your systems. I just find I've got plenty of time. Sean. Oh, hey, Sean. What do you think might upset Ando?
So when it comes to doing the dishes, rather than filling it with hot water and dish soap, I just rinse and scrub with cold water and put it in the drying rack.
So you just don't wash the... So you just cold water, no soap?
Yep. Just cold water, rinse it, scrub it, in the drying rack, done.
Do you have soap at your house?
Any detergent at all?
No, just the cold water, fast and loose. I don't have time for detergent.
Okay, well,
It doesn't have time,
gross,
Ando.
and remind me never to eat off anything at your house.
I won't remind you of that because I think you'd be fine. No, what Sean's doing is caveman style. Just got a running stream, cold water. Where was the hot water in the forests? Where was the soap?
The segment's turning into there's a lot of people that wouldn't be wrapped with that. The segment's turned into are you being gross?
Let's
or
go back
aren't
to
you?
Sean. He's still there. Sean, do you ever get sick?
No, I'm perfectly healthy. I
Interesting.
never get sick.
That's not the point.
He doesn't get sick.
It's not about sickness. It's just gross.
Well, I mean, surely the germ worry is that we'll get sick. But if he's not sick, no harm, no foul.
Alicia,
131060, ahoy.
Ahoy, boys.
What have you got that might upset Andy?
Leaving just a spoonful of milk in the carton and putting it back in the refrigerator.
Yep.
That can be fun, though, for people that are walking past the fridge and go, I just feel like a mouthful of milk. Here's something I want to run past you. We all know and love Upset Andy on this show, where we highlight things like, a poorly stacked dishwasher or had a guy once who's got an electric stovetop, just cracked eggs straight on the stovetop.
Couldn't believe that one.
Then you don't have to wash your pan.
I actually liked that one.
Then you don't have to wash your pan.
A knot in your headphones.
Yeah, just roll with it.
Not for me.
Not for you. Similar but slightly different area.
Yeah.
Found this thing. It's been doing the rounds, this video on the internet. And I thought, you know what? This feels like we're in the category of Upset Andy, but it's the opposite. It's Please Andy. It's Please Andy. I found a thing that this guy's doing, a system this guy's doing.
Yep.
And I thought, I like this. This is fine for me as a fast and loose guy. I see that and I go, yeah, good, do your thing.
Yeah.
But I think Andy will really like this, right? Have you seen this guy where he's eating noodles? Let's play it for you now.
Hamish is playing for me.
He's eating a giant bowl of ramen.
Yes.
And he snips them with scissors, right? So he pulls up, he's got a lot of dangling noodles with chopsticks and then just cuts them with scissors and puts it in his mouth.
Yeah,
no slop.
I
No
like
fuss.
that a lot.
Does that please you?
Yeah, that pleases me because, obviously in spaghetti worlds, a twirl of the fork, for a bit, but you end up cutting it off with your mouth. Your mouth is normally the scissors.
This guy's got chopsticks, though. So can you imagine how long? And these are rice noodles, so they're very stringy. He just chops them straight off with the other hand.
And puts them straight in. How's he go when he gets to the end?
He says it's fine.
He does a separate tutorial.
He does, yeah. You follow the link on YouTube, and it's him going, no worries at the end. I'm really happy.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
131060. Can we find examples of things like the noodles and scissors that please Andy? Efficient, smarter ways of doing things that probably only pick you up a couple of seconds or save you a little bit of sauce or slop here and there.
Yes.
But it's a smarter way of doing it. It's a neater way of doing it. It's a more efficient way of doing it. Can we please Andy? Chris, ahoy.
Ahoy, boys, and happy birthday, Andy.
You've pleased him already, Chris. Well done.
No need, Chris.
What do we got?
So I've got a homemade cutlery rack.
A homemade cutlery rack.
I traced the shape of all my spoons, forks, and knives, and using nails, I actually nailed them in the shape of them, so I have a perfect stack of each utensil.
You would like that, Andy.
Hang on a second.
Perfect stack. I like going from floor to on the way up. So
bottom to top, yeah.
Yeah, bottom to top. So you're not hooking them on the wall or anything. That's
no,
just where they sit.
It's in my drawer,
in the
and
drawer,
it's stacked from bottom to top perfectly.
So it's
6
not
of each.
It's not loose. It's not loose. It's not loose forks in a tub. They're forks stacked perfectly on top of each other, held in place by nails in the shape of the cutlery.
I'm with you now.
And it would look stunning. I imagine, Chris.
It's amazingly tidy.
It worries me, Chris, trying to get them out.
Bear in mind, Chris, it is hard to please Andy here. He's allowed to have issues with this.
Well, halfway along the handles, I have a gap of about 4 centimetres that I can just lift up one at a time.
He's got a finger gap.
I hope you did. I had hoped you did. How's it look? Is it sloppy, the nail work, or...
Nah, perfect heights. I even went to the extent of doing soft taps to get them perfect, and it looks awesome.
Yeah. You pleased me, Chris.
Soft taps, Andy, Chris. Oh,
well done, Chris. So send us a picture if you can. Madison.
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Maddie.
You're going to love this one, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
My mum actually wears latex gloves during dinner, so she doesn't have to wash her hands afterwards.
There you go, Ando.
No, I don't love that one.
But you would want to. You just know it's socially unacceptable.
No, I don't want to do that. I find latex gloves annoying.
He's not been pleased, Madison.
Sorry, Madison.
He's displeased.
Yeah, off with her head.
Sorry, you'll have to pass on to your mum, Maddie. Adam, ahoy.
Hi, guys. How's it going? Ahoy.
Very good, Adam. Can you please, Andy?
Yeah, when you do your washing and you got your shirts and you're about to hang them out, so they come out straight, I wash them with the hose.
What?
Well, on the clothesline?
Yeah, on the clothesline. So you hang them up on a hanger, and when you wash them with the hose, and when they dry straight.
Oh, because of the weight of the water.
Yep.
You've got his attention, Adam. You do have his attention. He's worried, probably worried about the water wastage, but if you could overlook that.
Adam, where's the detergent?
No, these are clean,
No,
fresh.
you've washed them properly, and then when you hang them up, you just get the hose onto them afterwards.
They're already wet.
Yeah, I like it. The part I dislike about it, it's an extra step. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like... I like it, Ads.
I didn't say this would be easy, Adam. I did not say this would be easy.
But it feels like an inefficiency to create a great outcome.
It saves an ironing.
Yeah, which, I mean, I suppose that's the collected time, isn't it? It's whether he's ironing time.
But hosing down, if you've got 5 shirts on the line on coat hangers, hosing down 5 shirts quicker than ironing 5 shirts.
Yeah, mildly pleased.
He's mildly pleased. Ahoy, Tim. How are you, mate?
Ahoy, boys. How are you?
Very good, mate. Can you please Andy with a good system?
I might be able to please him. It's pretty simple. When you're having your sausage roll, flip him over and put your sauce on the flat side instead of putting it on the curved side on the top.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, just to save sauce falling everywhere.
Save sauce dribble.
Yeah.
Probably saves sauce on fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
everything, you can spread it more even. The old man pass that one down to me.
And, Tim, traditionally less flaky on the bottom, so if you do spread it with a knife... It's not going to flake off pastry onto the carpet.
Most of my sausage rolls are consumed with the pump pack sauce. I can't say I have too much difficulty putting it on the spherical
He's not
side.
having a go at your skills, mate.
All I'm saying is it's unlike Chris originally with, the
cutlery.
The cutlery, which
Did he please you the most? What prizes have we got for Chris?
I think we're going to send him a teaspoon, don't we?
Yeah, we will. Chris, you're getting a teaspoon. We'll send you 3 so you can stack them. I'm not saying that because we got too many. They're still very collectible. Ando,
do it, man.
It's been a couple of weeks. Let's do this.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy. Call now 13 10 60, or in a format that upsets Andy, 131 06 naught.
I was confident this segment had died.
I already got you by saying it's been a few weeks, and you would have preferred months to be the unit of time.
Absolutely.
It's probably been 2 months.
At least.
Yep.
13
10 60. People already call you. People know what upset Andy is. Ando, you like things to be efficient. You like them to be practical, basically. You like them to have purpose.
Yep.
And if there's an order... That's to be maintained, as I see you've got DVDs stacked there neatly in front of you, you would like the order to be maintained.
An example over the weekend when we had the McGregor-Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
And we had a box of Coronas to drink.
Yep.
I liked keeping the box and the 6-pack sleeves because then you can just put all the bottles back in upright and they're tight and you can throw it out.
Whereas I prefer to throw the bottle against the wall. And that creates a handy pile of glass that you might use later if you melted it down and needed a tumbler.
Stained glass window.
I just realised, I think I'm upsetting you right now. Not odd socks, but...
Oh, one sock's inside out. Do you know what? Well, I went and visited one of my mates.
Keep looking at it.
Yeah.
You happy with that?
One sock. No. Visited my mate in the building site.
I'm fine with it because it's just
the other
socks.
day, and he had worn 2 right shoes. two right boots.
That becomes slightly would be orthopedically annoying.
Yes.
And there's some amazing ones on your email. This is one I'd love to throw past you. Chris has emailed him, hamishandandy.com. Does this upset Andy? He writes, when you're slicing, say you've got a block of coon cheese or just tasty cheddar cheese, a non-vertical slice, an angled slice, which forces the next person to decide, do I follow the angle, which means at the end of the block, I'm going to be left with a weird solution, or do I take the punch now and create a wedge of cheese?
I will always straighten up that. And I'll straighten that up. It's more annoying for bread.
Oh, when you're carving
it's
bread.
An easy fix on cheese, but bread's annoying because if you find a bread that started
to slant, you have to almost stay with the slant because you don't want to give up premium bread in the middle.
Yeah,
you'd pay those costs at the crust.
Oh, you pay those costs right at the back end.
Whereas I, presented with a block of cheese or a loaf of bread, if it's a loaf, I'll rip it with my hands. And if it's cheese, I'll gnaw at it with my teeth. And maybe that could be the difference between the fast and loose lifestyle. I seafood, I must, that's sustenance.
Yep.
I don't have time for slicing and carving.
Yep, tough to toast.
Does it bother you in a box set scenario? We have the box set scenario where there's everything's the right way and one's upside down.
Oh, and not only is that annoying, but
like on the spines.
Yeah, that's mega.
Yeah. Oh,
but if we were dialing it back a little bit, I just don't like them out of order.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 6, 7.
That's disgusting.
Hey, here's one.
I'll fix that.
Another one from my own private life. As you know, last week I had sinus surgery, so I still sound a little bit odd. But for the first few nights, at night, blood would flow freely from my nose. I didn't know how long this flow would last. So with my pillow, it got quite blood-stained. Rather than change the pillowcase, I just flipped her over. It's still got blood stains sort of facing down because it doesn't matter how fast you get onto blood. Blood's blood. It's going to be there forever.
Yep.
May as well just keep this one pillowcase ruined.
Or
is that something that pleases you? Because it's sort of practical.
No, it pleases me.
If I was just sleeping on a curtain or like getting blood on everything else.
If the blood had dried on the side, so when you were putting it down, it wasn't going on the sheet.
Yep.
I think that's a great move.
Okay.
And I applaud you for that.
This is we've just got to quickly get to this one from Hannah. Does this upset Andy? On the bottle of Andy by Hamish.
Yes.
Australia's...
Well, it does. Everything. Having my name on it.
Fastest selling fragrance of all time. Andy's not scented. The bottom of the A is about 11.5 millimetres from the left edge of the bottle, whereas the top of the Y is about 7.5 millimetres from the right. Also, the eau de toilette is 22 metres from the left and 16 millimetres from the right.
Right.
It's an unscented bottle. Now, it was made in Paris, France. They're very artistic over there. There could be an artistic reason for this.
The top of the A obviously is going to be further in than the top of a Y because you got to look at the centre. What I'd like to do for her to do is remeasure to the apex of the A and the middle of the Y. But then I'd also add to this, I don't care with that bottle. I'm not getting upset about it at all.
She's just emailed in saying currently doing it now. So thank you, Hannah. 131060, so many people calling and we'll take them next.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
In the middle of this.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy.
And so many calls coming in to determine to ask you, present scenarios to you, to ask you if this upsets you or if you're willing to let it pass. You do have a keen eye for order and systems. Does this upset you? Quick one from email. Pete Jones says, guys, my house is full of dust. In the winter, I've got a heater on. It blows the dust around. It clogs my nose. But instead of cleaning the dust away, I just take a few antihistamines before I turn on the heater, and I'm all G. So much faster and looser and cheaper than cleaning it myself or hiring a cleaner.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think you love dust flying around.
No, I don't love, but I'm not bothered by
you
what
don't
he's
care
up to.
You don't care because it's Pete's house.
It's Pete's house.
Okay. Jake, 131060. Mate, do you have something that might upset Andy?
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Jake.
When I'm writing out my phone number,
say it's 0404, I'll do the 4s in 2 different ways. Like the first one will be a little triangle, and the second one will be in the square shape.
It's upset him. He flinched.
Yeah, I don't like that at all, Jake.
You got him, Jakey. You got him. And I think the Andy's first question is going to be, why?
Yeah, why?
Because I write a lot of numbers out, especially because I'm a chef. I write a lot of dates out, and it gets really boring after a while. So you start doing these things to make it a bit more fun, and it messes with people.
Hope you're having
I write a lot of numbers out. Not the thing you'd be like, well, you must be a chef.
Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. I'll see an accountant or something.
Oh, are you a rocket scientist? No, I'm a chef. A lot of numbers.
Jake,
$14.95.
Have
6 eggs, please.
Have a font and stick with it.
Gotcha. That would be Andy's advice.
Yeah.
Jake, I hear you, though. I halfway through year 8, I changed my A's. I added the top to them.
Aaron, 131060.
Yeah, ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Aaron. What are you doing that could upset Andy?
So when I crack an egg, I always put the shell back in the egg carton, and it really annoys my wife when I put the carton back in the fridge with empty eggshells.
Yeah, I hate that, mate. I only put them back in if I know I'm getting to the end of the carton.
If you're going to use every single egg.
Yeah, even having just a little bit of egg residue in the carton annoys me.
Andy will, as a natural rule, abhor any situation that produces a drip or a splotch. That will stay there. You don't like a splotch.
No, I don't.
It will be quickly dealt with. A splotch gets dealt with in Andy's kitchen or lounge room about as fast as an intruder might in Parliament. Like he's just straight on it with paper towel. Get out. No one wants to see you. You're not being funny. Go.
Aaron, you and I wouldn't be able to have a happy marriage together.
Gutting.
Seb on 131060.
Seb, ahoy.
Ahoy, boys.
Seb, something that might upset Andy?
Yes, when I get out of the water after surfing, I tend to just put my socks and shoes back on without washing the sand or anything off my feet.
So you're walking around with beach feet, Seb?
Pretty much, yeah.
So you be at work going, no one knows this, but in my mind, I'm still at the beach because I can feel a beach in my shoes.
I would.
Well, it normally lasts for ages time of year because you just can't feel them anyway.
I would hate that, Seb. I would hate that. And I'll tell you one step further. I like, if I've gone to the beach, if I've got shoes or, like, I'll get to the car, I don't even drag it into the car, let alone can put it inside my sock.
Yeah, it's like Seb's mummifying it for later.
Yeah, I'll do a clump of the shoes before getting in the car, but Seb's happy to walk in it the whole time.
Yeah, you won't even want sand in your tread of your shoes. Yeah. Have you seen that video? It goes around from time to time. The guy, I think it's at Bondi, and he's pretty much trying to go from the water up to the pathway, which is a couple 100 metres, with plastic bags over his feet, like doing little mini steps. So, because he doesn't want sand on his feet. Like he's got 2 plastic bags and just doing like little 10 centimetre steps to try and keep the sand out. And I looked at it and went, potential Andy.
I mean, again, I don't rate that because you look like a fool in a deal and it takes so much time. Just get up there and clean your feet off.
You're right, not efficient. David, very, very quickly, 131060, you've got something that could upset Andy.
Yeah, I do. When I need to do number 2 and then I need to shower straight afterwards, I don't wipe. I just go straight to the shower.
I mean, you've got him, Dave. But has he, though? It's very practical. Saves paper. You do like saving paper.
I'd be comfortable with just not wiping as well, but please at least send down a couple of strikes.
I just run straight to the shower.
Straight for the shower.
Are you, Dave? That does worry me, though. How far is the toilet to the shower? Worries me.
Yeah, exactly.
I draw the line at a loose piece of poo flying around. I do draw the line there. Dave, I have to ask, Jack. Get him back. Dave, how far away is your toilet from your shower? Is it right next to it?
Down the hallway.
Down the hallway.
Yeah.
Down the hallway.
10 meter steps. Yeah, about 10 steps.
10 steps.
10 steps, and you're going to the toilet and not a touch of paper.
Nah, I kind of like crab.
Hey,
we know the walk. We know the walk.
The wide waddle. Yeah, Grimace does it constantly in all the McDonald's ads. You've shocked the fast and loose fellow here.
Yeah.
Don't do that, David.
Don't do that, David. I mean, poo goes in the toilet. I do obey that rule. Yeah. Time for this. No, well, it's time for the upset Andy opener, but nothing upsets Andy more than Jack's sloppiness, so I guess in a way...
I've actually learned to deal with it because, I mean, if you
have to.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you can't get upset with your kids if they're playing around, they're just toddlers. You can't get...
I was going to go for a more extreme example, like if you're been captured and you're in a dungeon and there's a dripping bit of water, you just have to learn to tolerate it.
Yeah, that's exactly where I am after Jack's mistake.
Rather than, kids. But, Jack, have you got it? Good boy.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy. Call now 13 10 60, or in a format that upsets Andy, 131 06 naught.
Part of the week where we look at things that are just a little bit off, impractical, not efficient, things that Ando would rather be done by the correct protocol and procedures, because those exist for a reason. Sometimes, though, in this world, people live in a bit fast and loose. That's the fence that divides us.
Yes.
This comes in from Matt Ando. I mean, we get so many emailed in, but this really caught my eye for a few reasons. And this, I know this would just get a huge head shake from you, and you won't be able to believe that someone's living their life this way. Maddie writes, my dad has not figured out how to lock his smartphone.
Okay.
Right? He doesn't lock it. So I don't think it's an iPhone, but he also doesn't have it set to go to sleep if he doesn't interact with it for a while. It is literally on all the time.
Yeah, I don't
24/7.
I don't know that for a lot
It's
of reasons.
never off. It's constantly on, Andy. Think about that.
It's not the security. It's not the security.
Oh, you would be hating it.
But it's not. It's more it's the battery.
And the wear and tear on the screen.
Yeah,
the heat too, the components, the stress it's putting on the CPU. I know all these things are running through your head.
Yep.
But I think his dad's just like, look, there's the phone. If I need it, it's on. Saves me time, fast and loose.
I don't like it. And the other thing is, I mean, just even accidental pocket dialing. Yeah. It's a.
Well, he's doing it. How do you feel?
I feel, that does irk me.
You feel upset, don't you?
To a maximum. That's to maximum level.
Here's another one, if I may, just quickly before we go to a song and take these calls that are flooding in. This comes from a 15-year-old young lady, Holly, and this, I well up a little bit with pride here because she is the fast and loose youth of the future.
Yep.
So guys,
she might grow out of it.
She won't. She doesn't have time. That's for a lot of us, Ando, on the fast and loose side of things. We just don't have time.
But we're are the least busy man in the world, and she's 15.
We're busy. She's busy. She got year 10. She doesn't have time to follow your rules. She goes, my name's Holly, I'm 15. This will upset you, Andy. When I'm cooking and the recipe says add 2 beaten eggs or something like that, like a cake or whatever, she goes, I don't pre-beat the eggs. Just crack them open, chuck them in as they are. They're going to get mixed up in there anyway. Fast and loose.
No, they're not. Like
they'll get stirred around.
No,
it's not going to be. She just doesn't beat them individually to then tip them into a cake mix that then gets stirred. She's right. That's double beating. She's right.
Anyway,
that's a time-saving genius.
We'll take your calls.
Holly
after this,
will probably ace year 12 because of all this extra time.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
We're doing this.
Good job. Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy.
Here we go, Ando. This is where you're the human barometer.
Before we jump into that, I bumped into someone the other day who wasn't old enough to know that was a hit song and thought that you'd invented that. Invented that jingle. It's like, I really like what Haim put together here.
No, it was pretty tough getting the glasses of water full enough to give it that.
Yes, sorry, Haim. We're doing Upset Andy.
That would have upset you, though, that person going, did Hamish write a Ben Lee song?
No, it made me think that perhaps a lot of the jingles that we put to 90s songs we're getting credit for.
Well, I mean, I feel like we've sung 50 versions of Let It Be on the show before.
You're upsetting me, Ham, but also Matt Harter just tweeted me, said he's in my boat. He's feeling equally irked by people calling in. So just so you know.
Oh, there's lots of you out there.
You're not just upsetting me today.
There's a lot of Andys. There's a lot of Andys that like things done by the rules. But sometimes there's some Hamishes out there that are a bit fast and loose. Ahoy, James.
Hey, boys. How are you?
Very good, James. Have you got something to upset Andy?
I do. I also like to live fast and loose
and laid back by the sound of things, Chase.
I have I think most people would have 2 TV remotes, like one for the TV, one for a set-top box or something.
Yep.
I only have enough batteries for one, so I just change them over.
Sweet. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Until those die, and then you take them out of the nearest thing. Never buy new batteries, James. There's always at least 2 more out there.
That's
battery inefficiency is a real no-no
That's
for
cut
you.
deep.
Do you know what, Ando? I'm missing at least. We've got 3 remotes.
Because I always have the battery. I've got the battery cupboard. I've got a lot of in the battery cupboard. It's the same as a light bulb cupboard. I've got every light bulb we have in the house.
Andy has basically those flat watch batteries.
I do.
He has a discontinued Russian battery that powers the Soyuz space module. He has every battery known to man.
Yeah. So
Whereas I'm missing all the covers on my remotes. Doesn't matter. That spring's very powerful. The batteries won't fall out.
Liam on 131060.
Ahoy, boys. How are you?
Very good, Liam.
Do you have a battery cupboard, Liam?
No, I don't, man. I don't. But
he has a life. He has a life.
Mate,
Fill it once.
Went to a trivia night a while back, and the 2 teams that fought, tied for second, they had a playoff to see who got the second prize. And the loser of that playoff ended up getting nothing, and the team that finished 4th got the 3rd prize.
Yeah. Do you understand that? So someone won, 2 teams came second.
Yes.
Then there was another team
Yep.
that came
third.
Well,
4th, but
they won the 3rd place. So the people that played off for second, the loser of that,
they should have just got 3rd. That's
right. I wasn't even in any of the teams, but it actually annoyed me more than
He's fuming. You've got him, Liam. He's annoyed.
It's that's annoying because I'm not going to explain it. It's unfair.
Tell us your feelings.
Well, it's just unfair, Ham. I like things being fair.
You like everyone knowing the rules of the game,
Yep.
and everyone agreeing on the fairness.
Yep.
That seems unjust, doesn't it?
Well, it is unjust. Doesn't seem unjust. It is unjust.
It's a gross violation.
Yes.
You've got him, Liam. Charlie, ahoy, Charlie.
Ahoy, boys. How you going?
Very good. Have you got something to upset Andy?
I do. It's a car-related one. I know this is a bit of a heavy topic.
Yeah, there's hundreds and hundreds of protocols in the car that Andy likes to be followed.
I'm a tradie, so I'm driving around doing a lot of service work. I'm very busy.
You're not that busy.
I need to eat a lot on the road.
Yep.
So breakfast time, banana, morning tea, maybe a sausage roll. I've got a big 4-wheel drive with some big heavy-duty floor mats in the front. Any rubbish from the banana or sausage roll, maybe the squeezy tomato sauce, just go straight under, squash it down with the boot, clean it out on the weekend.
What? So you put it under your floor mat?
That's nice and tidy.
Yeah, because it's just plastic, and then the I don't have carpet. It's just like a plastic, so it's easy to clean.
Easy to
just
wash
clean
out.
it out when you got time. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, so gross.
Wash out.
Charlie.
Yeah, footwell. Washable
Why don't
footwell.
you just hang a plastic bag?
Oh, mate, who's got time to hang a plastic bag? Charlie,
I sometimes hang one off the gear stick, but it rattles around with the engine rattle. So
Charlie, honestly though, do you have
electric windows or wind-up windows?
Electric.
I was going to say, well, you can normally just hang them off the wind-up window. Not.
Charlie, honestly, mate, with all your load on, all that food you've got to eat, all the jobs you're doing, do
It
you
would be
really have
quick-
time to hang a plastic bag?
But it'd be quicker
I'm flat
for
out.
He's flat out. He's flat out.
But
He's
Charlie,
flat
it'd
out.
be quicker for you in the
And
long run because
saving the planet too. We don't like to use plastic, do we?
He's got you there, Ando.
Yeah.
He's a flat out eco warrior.
Sounds like one. Kayla, wrap this up for us.
Hi, guys. Ahoy.
Ahoy, Kayla. Do you have something that might upset Andy?
I do. Happy birthday, Andy.
Got him.
So when you go to staple 2 pieces of paper together, you switch your staple around and staple it from behind forward.
Why do you do that?
Just to help annoy you.
Oh, you do it just to mix things up?
Yeah, just to change it around. You might have been given paper the wrong way, so you just do it anyway.
So seeing Ando, looking up the top left-hand corner, seeing the 2 dents
Seeing the
instead
2
of the
dents,
one
one
line.
the flat one, that would bother me.
Got him, Kayla. You got him a ripper.
On the scale of things, though, if you'd stapled them and they weren't perfectly aligned, that would be...
That too, so when they're awkward and then from behind forward.
Kelly, you're a mad woman. It's not presentable.
I'd like to do the test, Kayla, of going in front of you, holding 2 pieces of paper together and very, very, very slowly going to staple to see if you went, what are you doing?
Oh, I would.
I think you would. I think you'd say stop.
Well, if you left, I'd pick out the staple, straighten it
No,
up.
you wouldn't.
I have before.
Just when you think you know everything about a man.
Yeah.
You fixed up a staple.
I've fixed up many a staple in my life.
I'm going to need a quick time out here, Jack. And it's time. We usually do this on Tuesday, but sometimes to annoy you, we move it around. It's fitting that it does annoy you because it is Upset Andy. Now I can see.
Thought I'd thought I'd skipped it this week.
I can just see out of the corner of my eye a panic Jack ferreting around.
Even though I asked
like a
him-
weasel that put aside a dead bird to eat later, and now he can't find where the dead bird is.
And I said to you, Jack, have you got the opener?
Yeah, and he even gets the openers organised for segments he doesn't want to do. That's how professional he is.
This is unbelievable.
I'm fast and loose.
I'm
I don't
blaming
care.
the-
Fast and
I'm
loose
blaming
just
the
roll.
system. All right, here we go.
You're blaming the system. How?
Of course you are.
Yeah, I'm blaming the robots. Do you want? Are you ready?
Oh, this is A grade. Terrible paddling.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy. Call now 13 10 60, or in a format that upsets Andy, 131 06 naught.
And we've covered some great ground. The thing that always amazes me on Upset Andy is we do look for examples in life, things that are just a little bit skew that perhaps if you're a bit more fast and loose, like myself, you go, hey, who cares? I don't have enough time in my day to worry about that.
Yep.
But if you're someone that likes things done in the right way, out of principle, perhaps a bit more like Ando, you sit there and you go, no, that does upset me.
Yep.
Like these two chairs here, one I'm going to say is a dark grey, one's a light grey. This was sent in on Twitter by a Lawcan. At an airport, the back cushions of the corresponding couches have been switched. Does that upset you?
Not so much.
Have a good look, because you know where they belong, those cushions.
Yeah, I know,
and
but
they're not on their home.
It looks okay.
Mildly. You griped by that.
Nah, like I'm not sure if I'd even change that if I walked past. If it was mismatching, like terrible, like
Red and a blue?
Well, say it because
they're close to each other.
You're showing me a picture, but they have exactly the same style chair and different coloured cushions, different colours. If it was, say, two different style chairs,
okay,
I would definitely change it.
So what you're saying here is, okay, you've got two species that are close enough to mate.
Yep.
But if you're trying to breed a horse with a cow,
Yep.
get out of here.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
That'd be for me.
This is from Dave again on Twitter. When your smoke alarm's out of battery, so it starts beeping, but you just leave it beeping forever, fast and loose, baby.
That would absolutely drive me insane. The other thing is,
It's
for
just
me,
a little beep. Most of the time, it's not beeping.
and I know people just take batteries out and just leave the batteries out.
We shouldn't do that. It's not safe.
I know, but I don't subscribe to that either. Obviously, you go to your batteries cupboard,
Yep.
you open it up.
Of course.
You take out the battery that
Of
you
course.
have, and you put it straight back.
I forgot about this. Anything battery related, Ando will love because you have a battery cupboard at your house. So if there's ever any need for a battery,
Yep, right next to the light bulb cupboard.
you get excited because that's one of the area of maintenance that you're all over.
Yes.
Jacko, do you have one?
I've got one that we just left as well.
Okay. Don't have time for yours after the paneling thing.
It's quick.
Okay.
We changed the sheets at the start of the week.
Yep.
And the little clips of the doona cover that go usually down the feet end, we've got it up at the top end, and we've been meaning to change it, but we haven't changed it.
Well done, Jacko.
I hate that, but what I thought you were going to say was something I'd hate even more. If you wanted to double down on it, is that they're one out. Like
that's fine. Yeah, sometimes
No,
I've got
if I'm doing the buttoning on the doona cover, it has to be in line. You can't.
I'll get to the end, and sometimes there's two extras, and I thought they were bonus.
Who cares, man?
I thought they were bonus.
When I lived alone, I only had two doona cover sets, like one's in the wash, one's on the bed.
Yep.
One
Very
had
rarely in the wash.
One had buttons, and by the end of it, there was no buttons left, but you get it mostly in. It's like wearing a jacket. You don't need to button it up all the time. The jacket stays on. 13 10 60. We will take your calls after this. So many coming in to upset Ando. We've already got him simmering. Let's explode him.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy.
Hey, Ando, we are doing Upset Andy. 13 10 60. Things that may be a little out of order, not efficient, not the proper way of doing things. You know, the classic one of the classics is the windscreen wipers stopped halfway up the windscreen, car off, walk away. Who cares? Fast and loose. They'll sort themselves out later.
Don't like that.
And I forgot, I had a personal one from the weekend. I enjoyed a chili bowl for lunch. Takeaway from a normal takeaway place. You get a plastic fork with a chili bowl. I ate my chili bowl, hadn't put the dishes, thrown out the bowl and the plastic fork for some time throughout the afternoon. Then I was having spaghetti for dinner. And I went, it's brainwave. Just as I was cleaning up the kitchen, about to throw away the plastic chili bowl with the plastic fork in it, I thought, I'll use that plastic fork for dinner. And I ate spaghetti with a plastic fork out of a normal,
crockery container.
I I hate that, but I wouldn't have used the plastic fork to begin with. I feel that they're inferior and it ruins the meal.
I don't like a plastic fork in it. If you
but also,
in a
what
normal
are you saving
setting,
putting one fork in a dishwasher
yeah.
for?
Well, I was just going to throw that fork out.
Yeah, but
and I thought actually, let you have two useful uses in your life. I gave that fork a second chance.
Just would have. I mean, me personally,
I rinsed
ruins the meal.
Using a plastic fork.
Yeah, that's my big irk. Nothing about
You've got your arms crossed. You're very confrontational. You're very angry at me for using this plastic fork.
Kyle on 131060.
Okay, there we go. Kyle, you've got the temp. You know where we're at. Ahoy.
Ahoy, boys.
Kyle, have you got something that might upset Andy?
Yes, every Thursday night when I take out the bins, I just put the handle towards the road. I just put them out backwards.
What,
you put the handle facing the road.
They wouldn't mind that.
They wouldn't. It's probably the way you're meant to put them out.
Because they're getting out of their car, their truck, and they're going straight to the handles. Yeah, that's fine, Kyle.
Actually, Kyle, a bit of a backfire because initially I was like, Kyle's on here, he's going to annoy Andy because it would look unneat.
It wouldn't look as neat, but if it's doing a bit of a chop out for the
garbos,
yeah, I'd love that for them, for their sake.
I wonder if they would prefer we did that.
And for another day, I suppose.
Another day.
Yeah.
Daisy, 13
Ahoy,
1060. Ahoy, have you got something that might upset Andy?
Yes, I do. So I got a car about 2 years ago, and I only realised about 6 months ago that one side mirror is rectangle and the other one's actually square.
No
I
problems.
hate that.
No problems. Fast and loose, do they still reflect?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have time to fix that.
No.
Daisy, so you didn't buy the car new, obviously.
No, I got it secondhand from a friend about 2 years ago.
And the person replacing it replaced it with the... Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
I'd have to sell the car, I think. I couldn't look at that the entire time. Daisy, yep, you got me. That's Peri Peri hot on the Richter scale.
You got him.
Andy. Ron.
Irregular shapes for something that's meant to be symmetrical. One of the key infuriating factors. Ron, ahoy.
How you going, guys? Ahoy and happy birthday.
Don't actually celebrate it, mate.
Got him already, Ron. Anything else that would upset Andy?
Oh, absolutely, because it absolutely yanks my chain. But my wife, God bless her, she does everything for me, like makes lunch, crap like that. She doesn't have to. She does it because she loves me, I hope.
Okay.
But, yeah, her biggest thing is, you know those travel cups?
Yep.
Those keep cups?
Yep.
Yeah, she's got a habit of washing them, and they don't quite completely dry, and she whacks the lid back on and puts them in the cupboard. Now, her theory is you can find the lid quite easy that way.
So she seals water in.
Well, yeah, basically, because there's a couple of drips still in the cup.
Ron, any form of Tupperware going back in the cupboard that's not dry.
God help you if that's not as dry as the Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about when the rains come.
He's going to get me.
Yep.
Yeah.
A moist put away is up there.
Particularly with the lid on.
A sealed in wetness.
Yep.
That is not happening.
Ron, that's a goodie.
You got him, Sam. Sam, have you got something that could annoy Andy?
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Sammy.
Hey, I used to have a two-door car, and one thing that really annoyed me was when I had passengers in the back seat and they would get out and they would not put the seat back in the correct position.
Does that upset you, Ando?
Yep. I think that would... But, look, it depends on efficiency, really. If you were on your way to get someone else...
Yeah, I saw this coming. If you're on your way to get a party of three,
keep it forward.
It would upset Andy if they did... If they put it back.
Yes, exactly. I also didn't like it. If there's two forms of sliding a chair forward, you would obviously the backing of the chair goes forward, and then you slide the whole chair forward.
Yeah,
really annoy me if people don't do the whole movement. If they're just kind of trying to squeeze out through the side.
You're sitting there going, "There's two mechanisms. There's two mechanisms. You've only used one mechanism."
Exactly. So,
I mean, this is good. Get anything correlated, we're in good area. Anthony, quickly, last one. Do you have something to upset Andy?
Yeah, mate, I got a beauty of one. It's one Christmas decoration still up.
Oh, yeah. Now, from last Christmas?
Yeah, and it's just above the doorway, and it's just one thing with a bit of Christmas sticky tape on it, but it's just making the wife go crazy. So I'm loving it.
Yeah. Well, we had a wreath at our house year round, and Dad just took the red ribbon off it. So we just had a stick wreath.
No, I'm saying you have till mid-Jan. And then
that's the cutoff.
Yeah, everything should come off. It's Australia Day. Everything has to be down.
Let's get out. Yeah, you can't have two holidays at once.
It's Hamish and Andy.
Just while we're having our morning champagne, I've got an idea today. Jack said, could we do an upset Andy today? And Ando, You know, with this segment, it brings me no joy.
Okay.
For callers to call and list things that are a little off kilter, a little inefficient, but things that people that are fast and loose like myself live with that might upset you. But I said to Jack, you bet, boy. Of course we can do it.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy. Call now 13 10 60, or in a format that upsets Andy, 131 060.
So do you know the one that Jack's going to say?
I don't, but I'm willing to back him. It's also nice to just do a final one for the year. It's our last week on air. 13 10 60 people are calling in now. It's just nice to watch your face one last time during the opener. I know you hate that opener because you believe there's no reason it should be sung to that song.
Anyway, play on.
Jacko, what have you got?
Well, what made me think of it is I saw a primo example of Upset Andy on the jet today.
Great.
So flying back into the country from New Zealand, where we did our gig last night, we had to fill out incoming passenger cards. You were the last to fill yours out. You were the last to get a pen. And I saw Andy watch you fill out the customs part where it's asking if you have any meats or if you've been to farmland, etc., etc. Clearly asked you to put a cross in the boxes at the top, and you were ticking all the boxes.
I wasn't even doing a tick. I was doing what's known as the experienced bank teller's tick, which is the line.
Yeah, I know what you're doing, and it wasn't a cross.
Well, guess what? I made it in the country, so it obviously doesn't matter. Fast and loose, baby. It's a lot faster to do the line, and cross is too slow, delicate lines. I don't have time for that.
Some of yours weren't even in the box.
I didn't care. They got it. The customs guys absolutely got what I was going for. Yep. You would have also seen I don't write in the boxes.
No,
I just do capitals. Well, it's legible.
Yeah.
I'm not a baby. They're not idiots. They know how to read. Their eyes aren't going, box 1, H, box 2, A, box 3, M. Save them some time and just scroll across all of them. I had a ball filling out that form, and it makes me even happier knowing that it was grinding your gears. I mean, I've got a great one that came in on email that I'd like to nominate since we are doing Upset Andy, from Amanda. Mm-hmm. She had a terrific situation where she was enjoying a frozen pizza at home.
Okay.
Today, she preheated the oven to bake the pizza, and she took the wire racks out from just below the element at the top, at the top, to move it down so the pizza would sit a bit lower.
Yeah, smart.
Slid the racks in and realised they were uneven. But it's difficult to take the racks out. Everyone knows that of the oven. Sometimes they can get caught, be a bit annoying. So she just heated the pizza up on a slant. No problemo. No. Fast and loose, Amanda.
No, that is
well done.
It would have been a poor...
What?
Because the element at the top, she would have had a...
She said it wasn't.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. What did she actually say?
She said the heat was completely even the whole way through. My husband's a CSIRO scientist, and we use the best equipment in the world to measure the temperature. Her words. 131060 as people come to Upset Andy. I mean, since we're talking about the jet, though, I saw an astonished Jack, which could be a whole new segment. Yeah. The pilots we can see from where we're sitting, they're sitting up with all these buttons that we rely on for them to press to not make a mistake. They didn't make any mistakes. Jack was glued to them. Who are these men? Press buttons for a living and never make an error. I couldn't believe it.
Hamish and Andy, 131060 is the number.
Let's upset Andy one final time, gang. Or at least for 2017. We'll certainly do it again.
In the podcast. Ham and, well... You wanted to do this.
Well, one last time, gang, for 2017, as Andy said, I'm sure we're doing the podcast next year, but let's upset Andy.
Everything is neat and practical, 'cause that's the way he likes it. But what if it wasn't? Upset Andy.
Calling now, people on 131060. Tommy, ahoy, mate. How are you?
Ahoy, and to break traditions, happy birthday, Jack, for getting this on.
Oh, well done.
It's not my birthday, but I do celebrate this. So thank you.
Tommy likes it. It was recently Jack's 30th, which is a huge milestone. Congratulations.
And we didn't go to his 21st.
We didn't go to his 21st.
Tom, talk us through it.
Or his 30th. He had a secret one.
You got something that you want to test whether it might upset me?
Okay, well, because it's coming up in the Christmas time, I'm an avid gift giver, and when I'm wrapping the presents, I will use the end of my coffee table or other furniture to hold the tape. But 9 times out of 10, I forget the pieces of tape are there, and I'll leave them for months on end.
No, that's...
Legend.
That's awful.
That got a sink of the head from Andy there, Tom. He was sort of disappointed in his fellow man.
The kicker is, I went to go and wrap one of my fiance's presents today. Found one underneath the coffee table that's been there since last year.
Found a piece of tape?
Yep.
Still sticky? Could you use it?
Yes, I still can. It's actually the structural integrity that I've used for the basis of the wrapping.
Oh, wow.
It's the anchor piece.
Okay, well, Tom, I mean, the efficiency is not lost on
Andy
me.
likes
So it
that.
started
No
being,
waste.
Yeah, it started being awful, but it turned out all right.
And we've got a net neutral there, upset Andy. Aaron, ahoy, Aaron.
Ahoy, boys. How are we?
Yeah, very good, mate. Have you got something that might irk or upset Andy?
Yeah, I think I do. So if I've got a packet of Panadol, once I'm done with the empty packet, I'll just put it back in the box.
No.
That's a good idea.
No, don't. And I bet you're the kind of guy that doesn't take them out in a uniform order. You got
another one we had that really upset Andy, Aaron. Like Finnegan's, which you get heaps of in a strip. People just popping them out willy-nilly.
No. Just start at one end.
Why?
Well, because then you know when
you can see.
You can't see. You have to take the whole thing out.
Of course you get.
You can't. You have to slide the whole thing out.
Not a big deal.
Kate, 131060.
Fast and loose, Aaron. Well done.
Kate, ahoy to you.
Ahoy, boys. Happy birthday, Andy.
Don't celebrate them.
Yes, he does. Katie forces us to make a huge deal out of it, as you know. Kate, what have you got that might upset Andy?
Okay, so I have a hairdryer and a hair straightener in my bathroom, and I keep them under the sink, and I bring them out every day. The cords on them are both so tangled, I can't be bothered trying to untangle them. I don't know which cord belongs to which, so I just plug them both in and just use, whichever one. My husband hates it, drives him crazy.
Yes, fast and
cannot be
tangled.
bothered.
So if you're using a hairdryer, both units will be turned on.
That's correct, because I don't know which plug belongs to which.
Kate, just spend some time.
No, you don't have it, Kate. You're too busy.
You spend some time, and also just don't put one back in without wrapping it up nicely.
No,
that's
who's got time for that, Kate? Yeah, and while you're at it, write a novel. I mean, who's got this sort of time?
Trent, wrap this up for us, mate.
Ahoy, Trent.
Hi, boys. How are we? Long
Very
time,
good.
first time?
Oh, and
lovely
happy
to have
time,
you.
good time at this end.
You left your run late, Trent, but I'm really pleased that you're on.
To get on the last week. I've been listening to you guys forever. But so have an unhappy birthday, Andy. Get around him, mate. Everyone has them. Just do it.
Okay.
You, mate.
Sorry, Trent. This is a
this
huge
is tragedy
blow for you because
your
you finally
phone's
got on
fading
the
in and
show,
out.
but your phone's breaking up.
Try one more time, Trent.
Okay, Andy, what I do is that better?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, what I'll do is pillowcases contribute to pimples, right, on your face. So when I feel like I should change my pillowcase, I put a new T-shirt, a clean T-shirt over the top of it, and just let it be.
Got it, Trent. Well done. Very good. I think what Trent's saying is maybe dirty pillowcases might contribute to bad skin blockages, and Trent just puts a nice fresh tea over the top. That's smart.
No, it's not.
Why not?
Well, it's
nice big thicker pillow.
It's not going to look very neat and tidy, is it?
Oh, mate, who's looking at your pillow?
Well, you just try that move at home and see what your
Well,
wife
of course,
does.
I'm not allowed to. Sheet-based. I'm banned.